Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. I'm going to do a flip through of the completed fabric journal that I did a series on, the process, and this would be actually video 7, and the journal is complete. Hopefully I'll be able to get these up in a timely manner as we still have a hurricane looming out there. Okay, let's just get right into it. The fabric cover, I did the lace trim. We did that together. There's a Grosgain, like a vintage Grosgain tie here. There's lace on both sides. It's this beautiful yellow and navy floral fabric. And there's two signatures, and this baby ended up much thicker than I had anticipated. So it's a big, chunky journal. I have a removable tassel on the spine. Let me see if I can show you what's on this tassel because I have done a lot of goodies on it. Besides all the laces and trims and all of that, I do have some beautiful glass beads with the yellow and the blue colors. And here's another one down here. I've got some dangles and Swarovski crystals. You can actually remove this chain because it is on a ball pin. And I have a key and all these pretty amber color glass beads on this dangle. And it's just simply tied through this eyelet up here with this pretty cotton crocheted lace, and all you have to do is untie it and remove it if the tassel is in your way. Okay, let's go ahead and get in. Excuse me. The front cover, I have a double pocket with the lace in the front and journaling tag, and all the way through this book I have added the beautiful Swarovski crystals in various colors. And I did use Mrs. Cogg's Yellow in the Garden, this one, Yellow in the Garden graphics, digis. So we have a lot of that. There's a lot of trim, a lot of crochet trims and ribbons and beautiful laces throughout. There's two crystals here with the journaling prompt journal and some lace trim. And so this is a pocket back here, and this is a pocket here. And then the same thing on this side. And in this pocket, I have some more of those beautiful images with crystals. And then I did a bunch of tags on this fiber. It's almost, let me show you what it looks like a handmade paper, fiber paper on the back of some of the tags. That's got a grommet and some trim, so that's tucked in there. Okay, and then moving forward, we have another little pocket down here with two pieces of ephemera and two crystals. That's just tucked in there. These are sweet little bird images. Actually, these are from the Graphics Fairy, and I believe this one is as well. I did some fabric trim ruffle at the top here, and this is sewn with some lace. We got a fabric flip here with a charm, like a floral charm. Because it's the flower theme. I did do quite a bit of stenciling and stamping. Everything is inked in this book, so there's a lot of that going on. There's some interest up here with a die cut button with some glossy accents, and then some trim, and then I've got these two tags here, and this is just a brad with some, that's actually vintage embroidery thread on there. I've got a bag here and a large journaling tag here that I actually did a die cut of this pretty cardstock, and some lace trim. And there's a lot of room. And because I left the tie so long, you have a lot of room to grow, because with a fabric soft-sided journal, you can keep growing as you add to it. Vintage encyclopedia papers. This is illustration, drawing paper. There's some stenciling here and some embellishing down here. This is printed on parchment. It's got a nice weight to it. See, there's some stamping in here, graph paper, or ledger paper rather. We've got some stamping up here. This is just washi that's wrapped around this very large coin envelope. And there's nothing in here, so it's mostly, you know, for you to add your own. I did some embellishing here with my wax seal and some soft mohair trim. We have a tag here sewn around. And we also made this little booklet together when I was doing the process share. So there's a lot more, you know, rooms to write notes and stuff in here. So that's just tucked in there. There's a pretty card here. It's like a linen paper. Got some stamping here, vintage style. Printed vellum. This is done in a watercolor, an iridescent watercolor, and then some stamping, a yellow iridescent watercolor, and again, another one of those buttons. Middle of the first signature, and I have this beautiful image from the graphics, the Mrs. Coggs, printed on cardstock with these pretty bees in that yellow color, and I've simply just tucked that with a mini Tim Holtz clip over the edge of the page, if I can get it. There we go. Printed vellum, more room to journal, coffee dyed paper in this one, vintage encyclopedia pages. Got a belly band here with just some trims down here layered up, and a pretty die cut tag here, and another tag here. And this one, this image was from the Graphics Fairy. And behind here, as you can see, I did do some stenciling, or some stamping rather, and script stamping and some inking. This is a fabric. I made a bunch of these, and I did do a video on them if you're interested. The fabric journaling prompt up here, and it has a ball pin and a little thread sewing, you know, thread spool. Okay, I'm thinking here, and it says dream. Some embellishing down here. In this bag, I made another tag with a doily. It just says notes, and I sewed around it. It's for journaling, writing, note keeping, or you can gift these. You know, you can pop them in an envelope and just write a little note on the back. So there's a lot of tags in here. Music paper, composition paper, I should say. Oh, at the bottom, I have all this trim that has the tassels on it. So that kind of comes out the bottom of the book. Thought that was kind of cute. Another image from the Mrs. Coggs here for a journaling tag, and then a large tag here on that fiber paper with some trims at the top and a large grommet there. Okay, we've got some pockets here. We've got a pocket here and a seed pack coin envelope here, and this beautiful large crystal there. I don't know if you can see how sparkly that is. That's just got a lot of fire in it. And this says bulbs, plants, and seeds. So that's a tag with some trim at the top. And a little applique, rose applique here. And this beautiful image here to journal on. If I can get it back in, I think I'm going to come in and round the corner. Let me just round the corners of this real quick. They slide in better, plus they kind of look, I don't know, it's just not, I'm going to have to maybe trim it down. I don't know how I got it in there the first time. I have some pretty embellishing down here with a journaling prompt, amazing. 2 tags here with trims, and then this one's got some crystal dangles on a ball pin. So those are just tucked in this pocket, and this is one of the images from Mrs. Coggs. I've got a little pocket down here with this pretty applique and a crystal in it. In this pocket, I have this, this was from the Mrs. Coggs Digis, and a little tag and a little ticket here. Try to stay with the yellows and the navies and the neutral colors. Got some pretty stamping in here, or stenciling. And then more trims up here, more crystals, and that's sewn on. And that just pops right in there. Another one of my fabric journaling prompts with a little tag that says Hope, and it's got a little key brad with some trim. I love this, the vintage black ink stamp. Some stamping right here, stenciling. I did this little interest down here. It's just some lace, adventure, the word adventure on this scrap piece of cardstock, and a crystal. Some stenciling. Got some charms here, a charm and a dangle, and this is a little fabric flip of the material, the same fabric I used on the cover. And then some stenciling. This is a beautiful image. This came from the Graphics Fairy. It's printed on that parchment. Another journaling prompt with a button and a some trim stenciling. Okay, I put a stack, if I can find them, of extra, here they are, extra, I knew I was going to find a couple of blank pages. These are from the Graphics Fairy. I'm going to plop those right in this bag. So there's 4 more tags in here, and a lot more room. It's the other part of that image. It's so pretty. This is watercolor with some with resist emboss on it, and a stamp. It says All Things Grow. A glassine bag with 2 tags. That's an image from the Mrs. Coggs. This is a Graphics Fairy. Some drawing paper. This is a fabric tag I made. I just secured it right to the page. And sorry about the dogs, guys. We've got a little noise going on with some gusty feeder bands coming in. This is a real vintage, a little vintage from a, what am I trying to say? Early 1900 magazine, and I just backed it on some cardstock, and then this cute little booklet, and this came from the Graphics Fairy. It says Create, little applique on there. This is just a flip down for room to write here. It's like a little mini file folder tucked a journaling tag in here for some stenciling. This is an envelope that I made into the center signature pocket, and then I've got 2 large tags. Well, actually there's a tag there. In here I've tucked another one of these tags to do some embossing and collaging on here, or I should say decoupage, and another tag in here with the crystals, all of the crocheted trim, and a tag in here and a tag here, and then this flips down. And this, the other part of the crochet bag, here's 2 more from the Mrs. Coggs kit. Some more of that watercolor paper. Another beautiful illustration here. In this bag, I've got 2 more pieces of journaling cards, really. I was going to call them ephemera, but I guess you could call it ephemera. Beautiful illustration here on that parchment paper. Here's a seed envelope, and these can be removed. Both this and that large envelope over there. Well, this actually is like a coin envelope. You can peel the washi right off and take them out, or you can leave them in as a flip. And in here, I have, I believe, 2 more pieces of ephemera. Stenciling, stamping, stenciling, or stamping. Some vintage style paper, and then in this pocket, well, there's a pocket here and then a pocket here. Got 2 little flat back pearls here. Mrs. Coggs image there, I believe, and a little tag there. I made a little tag here. It's like double cardstock. And another tag here with the brad and some embroidery floss, and that's tucked in here. And then 2 more pockets. We have a pocket here I made out of one of the beautiful Mrs. Coggs images, Yellow in the Garden, another one. And then I made these tags with that same trim that I put at the bottom of the journal, and I sewed around it, and then I backed it on the fiber paper. So there's one tucked in here. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And that I just tucked in the front. And then there's one tucked over here in behind, and then in the lacy part of the journal, I have these 2. So that's it. That's the finished project. This I will be putting in my Etsy shop for sale shortly. And I'm going to be back to do a flip of all of my Christmas journals that I'm going to put in my shop. I think I have 5. I got 2 hardback and 3 soft. So, and then we'll start on another project. Okay, guys, God bless. Stay safe. Bye-bye.